This HAN Network video is brought to you by Carl Chevrolet.
On the campus of Trumbull High School, this is the HAN Network's 2017 Spring Sports Tour. I'm Frank Granito, sitting alongside the coach and captains of the Eagles boys tennis team. They are Coach Laura Santelli, Nicholas Marchenko, Anush Sureshbabu, and David Marchenko. Coach, boys, thank you so much for taking time with us today. Let me start with you, Nick. Being named a captain heading into your senior season, what did that mean to you?
It's just more of like a leadership role. It's just basically teaching a lot of the younger kids on the team and even the kids that are juniors and sophomores what it means to stay mentally tough during the matches and how to stay fit during the season, and then just working on like the technical approach to tennis as well. And I can just basically pass on my years of experience in playing high school and tournament tennis onto them, and hopefully we can have a better season.
And Anush, there is a lot of experience coming back to this team. How do you guys use that to your advantage and continue to improve now heading into this your fourth year on the team?
Well, as captains, I think I've played tennis for at least 10 years. Nick has played longer than me. We have a fair amount of experience compared to other team members, so we really use that time in the preseason and the off-season to make sure everyone's playing tennis, staying involved, staying fit, and eating healthy.
And David, Anush mentions the preseason, the off-season. You guys are just under a week now into your first match. What has the training been like? How's practice been going the past couple weeks? Obviously, you guys have had to fight the elements too,
right.
But you get a nicer day out there today.
Yeah, so definitely, as you said, the weather's been kind of rough on us. We've had snow, rain. It's been kind of hard to get practice in. But fortunately, we've been able to get some indoor court time with especially the captains and some of the better players we have on our team to get that practice in despite the elements, like you said. So we should be ready for our first scrimmage and then match on Monday against Richfield.
And, Coach, what is it about this group now, these boys in particular, that has led them to being here and being the leaders on this team? What did you and the rest of your staff see at this group?
Well, this is my third year with the team, so these boys were on when I came on with Coach Vanessa Pardo, who's our other coach. They have been our top three, our leaders, and I've seen them grow in the last 3 years, and they're real leaders as well as excellent players, and they do have a big influence on our younger players. We only have a varsity team, so we have a very lean team this year, but I think we'll have a good season.
And the boys were just mentioning you've got a scrimmage coming up later this week before the regular season starts. What would you like to see out of the team in that final exhibition before the regular season starts?
I really want them to treat this as a match, and mentally this is where we've had some issues before. They all have the skills, and just go into this with the mindset that we're gonna win and keep it going. We have some tough matches coming up. Our first 8 matches are tough. Our last 8 are a little better. So by then, the momentum hopefully is going to get going.
Nick, outside of this group right here, who are some of the other guys on the team we can look forward to seeing making an impact this season?
Yeah, so I really see actually our third captain, Anubhav Dar, who's not here today. He's going to make a real impact this year. He's been on the team all 4 years. He's gotten a lot of experience starting over the last 3 years or so. I think he can make a real impact as a senior as well. And then we have a rising sophomore who had a real impact last year, who actually clinched the FCIAC spot. His name is George James. He's going to be playing one of the top singles spots. He's been excellent the last few years, and he's only gotten mentally tougher over the off-season playing tournaments, so I expect him to make a real impact. And then we have one more junior named Rushal Huja, who's also not here, but he's an excellent player. He's going to be a real force at doubles this year, and I expect him to make a really good impact against other teams as well.
And Anush, Nick talks about clinching that last FCX spot. How do you build off that kind of momentum and translate it into this upcoming season now?
Well, Richfield was one of our last matches last year. It was really the final match for us. That was where we either had to leave it all on the court or go home. And I think building off that, they're our first match of the season. There's going to be a lot of nerves, I think, for the younger players. There's going to be a lot of tension between the two teams, but I think from that win, we know that we can do it, and we hope to do it again.
Dave, is there one match on the calendar in particular you guys are most excited for this season, really looking forward to?
Yeah, definitely. That first match against Richfield is the one that we are most excited for. Last year we had one of our toughest matches of the season against Richfield. Very close, like Nick said. George clinched it for us. This year, hopefully, we've only gotten better, but hopefully the competition will be on Monday, and we'll have a really nice match to have.
And Coach, that's got to be good for you. They're not looking too far in advance, thinking about it one game at a time. Last question here, boys, and we've been asking everyone. You got one go-to song before a game. What's that pump-up one going to be?
It was actually this song that a player a few years ago, Zach Goschel, made up for us. It's called Icky La Boomba. It's kind of like one of those ancient Native American chants that we have.
So like before every single match, we'll all huddle up and we start like really quietly singing it, and then we just go absolutely crazy, and it like scares the other team a lot of the time.
It really intimidates.
And it gets
the
us
other
really
team.
hyped up. Like we can't perform it here
So
today,
who are
but,
these guys?
but it gets us hyped up, and it gives us a lot of energy before the matches.
Well, hopefully we'll get to see you guys perform that one time this season. Boys, Coach, thank you so much for taking time with us today. We want to wish you and the rest of the Eagles best of luck this season out on the court.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Alongside the coach and captains of the Trumbull Eagles boys tennis team, this is the HAN Network's 2017 Spring Sports Tour. Stay tuned as we roll along through the rest of the conference.